Namaste students, Kushro Bidya, I, Jvwu and Dr. Y. Chandrakala, Assistant Professor, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the literacy, reflection on literacy. Okay. The concept of literacy has changed through time. In this topic, we will discuss about the students are exposed to the changing so that they are can be evaluated with the current position in related with the modern determinant of the literacy. Okay, so here you can see the opportunity to develop further and behave like the true literate or not just someone who is able to read and write. The major objective here is to see the reflection upon the current level of literacy skills of self or the reflection upon the concern related with the literacy of the self. Okay. So literacy it is a simple form of the meaning skills of the reading and writing. Okay. So in the dictionary you can find it. It explains the ability to read and write or complete all the knowledge in a specialized area. But in educational aspect, the literacy is more functional in its application. Therefore, the United Nations of Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization defines literacy as the ability to identify and understand or interpret the interpretation or a communication and complete the using printed or written material in associated with varying content. Literacy in its meaning include the broader aspects. Like you can see find it here, just reading and writing ability. The literacy is the tool to make a true meaning of your environment. Therefore, literacy is extremely important for further generation. So if you see the definition given by UNESCO, to be literate, one have to be able to identify, understand and interpret or create communication and compare. Therefore, the reading and writing is far from the mechanical to have the literacy. The true meaning of literacy is hidden in much more complex. In the National Commission to review the work of the Constitution and Constitution paperwork documentation literacy in the context of the Constitution of India. Here the concept of literacy was explained widely. That is, literacy is defined in the simplest operation. It is the ability to read and write with understanding of any language. So a person who can merely read and not able to write would not be considered to be literate, but it was also said that any minimum education standard or formal education is also not necessary to be known as literate. That leads to the question that what are the dimensions in literacy? According to Daniel Jvwu on literacy research center at center of the University of Peninsula, achieving a literate society in which an adult can fully participate in the workplace or a community or family with the major challenge for the world in coming millennium. Okay, so everyone has the right to educate. Literacy is now the part of human right dialogues. So now more the nations of the world have to be accepted their obligations to provide at least free elementary educations to their citizens. Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights declares everyone has the right to education. Education shall be free at least in the elementary and fundamental stage. Elementary education shall be compulsory. Technical and professional education shall be generally available at higher education and shall be equally accessible to one of the basis of merit. So the current status of the literacy, if you can say, the education for all is the new policy and which revives that the basic education shows that the goal and the target were fixed in the past on the basis of inadequate understanding of the significance of education. This target did not take on account of the problem of availability of resource and the conflict claim of the social and economic planning. Suppose when we can see here when the constitution is directed the state to endure within a period of 10 years to provide free and compulsory education to all the children up to 14 year of age, which is mentioned in the article 45. So which has expressing the compulsory concept of educations to all the children until the 14, and the idea is the whole nation was expected to commit itself here. The Education Commission in 1964 to 66 they indicated the target in a similar frame that it is also made similar assumption were regarding the national commitment and the availability of the resource. By 1986, the experience of planning more than 3.5 decades had amplified the highest of the diversity and complexity of the problem of the country and had been facing in achieving the goal and the basis of the education for all, not within the withstanding this. Okay, so it shall be ensured that all the children who attains the age of 11 by 1990 will have 5 years of schooling and it is equivalent that non-formal streams. So in 1995 later on all children will provided free in compulsory education up to the age of 14. So here you can find the time frame of roughly a decade was chosen. That means it became apparent very soon the target set in for 1990 would be achieved. So here they took a 10-year of decade time to see whether the implementation of this scheme is worthy. So it appears that the setting at such a highest or the parliament like constitutional assembly or retrieving its commitment or an idea in education for all expressing it forms the belief that education is a basic right and that cannot be denied to anyone or anybody. So if the right for is from the beginning, it is apparent that the goal was unrealistic and unachievable or they do not realistic target or realistic not to be defined as early achievable, but as achievable with convenience, maximum input of the merit plans or the financial as well as the human. So we shall therefore be proceeding for the realistic target that we believe can be achieved by the year 2000 here. Okay, so then at the end of the 11th 5-year plan in 2007 to 2012, India has achieved a gross enrollment ratio, okay, that is GER of 17.9% onwards. So the concrete and the qualitative recommendation was given here, okay, by the UGC team in 2015 that present regulation bodies should be resumed and within a national commission for higher education and research. Okay, so IITs and IIMs are our best running institution must be strived as a model for all-round excellency. So the theoretical knowledge must be accompanied by the practical experience. To teach effectively at the university level, all need rigorous engagement in the research. So the strategy of the syllabus redesigning to succeed evaluation and examination pattern should be changed and the pedagogy or the practice used by the teacher. Exposure to the student at UG level in various disciplines like humanities, social, science or athletic or integrated manner, full-fledged orientation programs for newly recruited teachers, which should be focused on the curriculum, new kind of course designed for the professional in all the field from management to the architecture. Setting up a state level council, UG student must be appropriate to interact with the best university faculties. So teachers should be a complete anatomy for in academic manners to frame his or her course and evaluate the system. So in India is a home of large population and the literacy and in world to where in a global place if you see like when it is coming to the certain aspect the literacy rate of the female or the in different states is low. So here the percentage of women in school also in low in the number of school teachers are going down. Okay. So next we will discuss about the concern about the student literacy in our next class. Thank you. This session is powered by 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any queries, we'll discuss in the problem solving session. Thank you.